Hello, hello, hello. This is Kathy Cross coming to you on day 133 of 365 consecutive reflections. And this is day 13 of Proverbs. So good to see you today. And I'll start out with the Proverbs because I have that right in front of me. This Proverbs 13, I am looking at the NLT version, and this one has to do with, well, all of them have to do with wisdom, but this has to do with the child and a parent dynamics, which I think most of us who are mothers, who just celebrated Mother's Day, can appreciate this. Verse 1, a wise child accepts a parent's discipline, and a mocker refuses to listen to correction. As a mother, I always want my adult and I say adults because they're not children anymore. I have adults and my grandchildren to listen to correction. It doesn't always work though. And then let's jump down to the third verse where it says, those who control their tongue, now that's talking about me, control their tongue will have long life. Opening your mouth can ruin everything. Sometimes I learned that I need to just be quiet, right? How about you? How about you? Let's see if I can put that in the chat. Let's see if I can put that in the chat. Um, are you able to hold your tongue like Proverbs 13 and 3 says? Yeah, control your tongue. That's not so easy, especially when words are just brewing inside and you just want them to come out. I understand that. Well, today started like every day with communion, and communion was so amazing. I know I say that every day, but you have to be there to really appreciate how amazing it really is. I mean, the level of synchronicity is the word I will use, how the word of God that comes forth is, you can't make this stuff up. People in different places, different joining in the room at different times. It's just all in relationship. It's all syncing. It's I don't even know how to describe it. It's beautiful. That's probably the best way I can describe it. It's just simply beautiful. So I love doing communion, and today being Tuesday, I was able to get into Trucking God's Way, which I love that. And we talked about hearing from God and whether knowing, there's this test that you can do to see if you're really hearing from God or is it something else, right? There's a word test. I'll give you a couple. There's a word test. You can check the word and see if it lines up with the word. There's a fruit test. Is there fruit? Is it, joy, peace, love? Is it any of those fruit bearing um, things, or is it not bearing fruit? Is it, what's another one? Another one is it confirmed? Have you confirmed it with another? Is the word being confirmed like more than one out of mouth of two or three witnesses? So those are just three of the litmus tests, if you will, to see if you're really hearing from God or is it something else? Sometimes there's a deceiver out there, right? That masquerades as light, but he's not light. So wanted to share that with you. And then later on today, I jumped in a lot of different Zooms. I actually did a smart business mastermind. I'm in that with Adam Flores. Am I saying his name right? Adam. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, but that was pretty amazing today. Learned a lot on my event, which I just did an event and learned a lot about structure, follow up, conversations. It was amazing as well. So a lot of fruit today, a lot of knowledge, and I received two new, yeah, I want to say two new pieces of business, two new forms of business. One was a form of a sale, so I have a new listing coming up. The other one is a new property management account to rent out. I'm doing a rental service on that one. One's in Lacey and one's in Tacoma, in case you were interested in terms of location. And then, let's see, there was a third one. I'm negotiating a FSBO, or for sale by owner, off market between a potential buyer and a potential seller. So that's what's happening with me today. Um, I am going to start using the podcast feature here and share a little bit more real estate insight. Since I have that expertise, I want to be able to share some of the tools that I have for you to help you to advance your real estate knowledge and anything that I might have that you might need in terms of sharing some value here, just a little bit, so you can see. So I'll go ahead and close us out tonight. I don't see anyone in the chat, but sometimes there is, and I know I'm going later and later. I'm working on that. Okay, I'll go ahead and close out with my favorite Carol Burnett song. I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes a time we have to say so long. Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. All right, my shirt says Girls Night Out. All right, see you on the flip side.